to do with these drops, and it's nice to see this finally out of him. Have been waiting quite a while to see this from him, and I'm not exactly sure what he has been doing, but you do see there are 5 Vikings actually out from him, so that's going to be very positive. Going to allow him to knock down those Colossus really quickly. Last game we only saw 4, and it was a little bit later in the game when those went down. Actually, it was close to the same time, but do you see these medevacs are spreading out a little bit, one hitting the third, one hitting the natural. It looks like these Marines going to drop down. Do you see Optical using one as bait, and then dropping here a little bit off. This is not going to work. This drop is not going to work. Colossus cleaning that up really quickly, but this drop down here at the third, getting a couple of probes, but really not as much as you'd maybe like to see out of RH. Take a look at workers killed. He got 9, so that's not bad, but he did lose a lot of Marines there. That drop of the natural really did not work at all, and the photon cannon did a decent job from Theory, noticing that was there. Now you do see psionic storms, excuse me, coming out of our Protoss player, as well as charge, so that could be really, really effective here for Theory. He's got a lot of Colossus up, a pretty decent looking force. Tons of gateways back here in his main, 2 more coming down. He does have decent upgrades as well. I think he's got 1 upgrades. Yep. So let's see what happens. I mean, it's anyone's game right now at this point. Do see a 4th coming down from RH. See where he puts it. I would assume over here it's way out of the way. He could put it up here as well, easier to defend, but there really is no reason for Theory to come down here, so let's see what happens. Infantry weapons and all sorts of other upgrades coming out. We've got 1, 2 upgrades for our Terran player. Ship weapons level 2 is also on the way, presumably for these Vikings to help them deal with these Colossus. Tons of medevacs here. Do you see these 3 Marines are still in that 1 medevac that managed to get away? Warp Prism actually on the way here from Theory, and this could be really helpful for him. He needs to put on some sort of harass pressure. He really hasn't done that to a large extent in any of these games yet. It is harder as Protoss to do that. It's not part of our I'm a Protoss player, so it's not part of our game plan necessarily as much as it is in a Terran, where you sort of almost have to medevac drop to be effective. But we'll see. We'll see if we can put that Warp Prism to good use. Archon on the way, another robotics facility actually coming out as well. So he's going to be able to get a lot of Colossus early here, or not early, but quicker, if you will. Warp Prism is out on the field though. Let's see what he can do with this. You can bring in a bunch of units and then also warp units down. It's a very effective unit. Looks like he's bringing High Templars with Storms actually to deal with this, which is not a bad decision at all. Charge lots are equally as effective, honestly. You see this SCV, which is being stacked for a little bit of scouting from RH, is actually going to lose this Warp Prism. Not going to see it going out, and this could be bad for that 4th of Opticalrh if it does go down in a weird position. Now, Optical is pushing here. He does have these ghosts. They do have full energy. You can see the purple bars on them. Medevacs also do have full energy. Look for the EMPs up here as we go. Colossus doing a ton of damage, and there's our huge storms. EMPs coming down as well. Just a huge exchange here. Really nice storms from those High Templars, but that EMP was so effective. Guardian Shield from the Sentry trying to do as much as it can, but there really isn't too much left here. Charge lots are in here, trying to do some damage. More charge lots on the way. These could do enough damage to keep this at bay. Optical is sort of moving back here. This Sentry has not been micro down very well, but Optical pushing back in, dealing with those charge lots. This could be bad for Theory. This robotics facility trying to finish up an Immortal. It's going to go down really quickly as these STEM Marines and Marauders take it out so fast there. Taking down a Pylon, looking like they're going to try and hit the mineral line a little bit. Charge lots coming in. There are a couple of High Templars. They don't have enough energy for Storms, though. They're going to go ahead and form an Archon. Charge lots trying to get around. You see a Mule actually repairing some of these medevacs, it looks like. But this is going to be kept at bay, actually, by Theory. Another push coming in from our stemmed up Marines, Marauders. Actually, a couple of these medevacs did survive, doing some decent damage on them, though, was Theory. Theory getting these charge lots involved. This Archon being very effective. He's got 4 kills. So good against this Marine Marauder ball, these Archons. You see him one-shotting a lot of these units as they do have low health. Forcing them back. 7 kills. Really good use of the Archon there by Theory. That has so much shields as well. But that concussive shell doing a good job. I'm not sure where that Warp Prism went. That's worth looking for. Because that is going to be helpful. But we do see this push still coming from Opticalrh. He's trying to put as much pressure as he can, but Theory does have a Colossus out now, so not too much is going to happen with this. But you do see a couple more medevacs are poorly rallied, actually, but there's not enough anti-air here, it looks like, to deal with this. More units coming out from RH. This is not where he wants to engage. This Colossus is doing so much damage from the high ground here, although it is forced back as these charge lots go down. High Templar going down as well, and I'm really interested to see where the hell this this Warp Prism went. Don't see it anywhere. Anyway, Optical is pushing into this natural again, dropping down into the low ground of this 3rd with 8 Marines here. These could do some serious damage. There are a couple of photon cannons. but it looks like he's splitting his forces here. Optical very effectively doing some decent damage on this Colossus, which is doing a really good job staying up on the high ground, trying to get this Nexus actually with these Marines, these stemmed up Marines. He might actually be able to get it. A couple of charge lots coming in. They might, oh, it's going to be so close. Trying to micro here, microing himself actually into the photon cannon, and it's not going to be enough. Marines going down with the Nexus at 337 health. So close. Once again, though, I don't know where this Warp Prism went, and it's really bugging me. It is out on the field somewhere. There it is. And it is dropping High Templars into the... Oh, look at those storms. Just absolutely destroying that mineral line there. Look how many kills that got. 11 kills there for Theory on this 4th, and there is just absolutely nothing here to deal with it for RH. As you do see, this Warp Prism is now... in warp mode, if you will, and he's going to be able to warp all sorts of units in here as well. These units from RH are trying to get there, but this Archon is just sort of cleaning up. A couple of Zealots coming in as well. Do you see a huge push from RH in response, though, into the natural, doing so much damage, actually taking it out, moving up into the main. There aren't too many units here from RH. There's a Colossus on the way, but honestly, it's been just absolutely really poor from Theory. He did a good job with that drop, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold this. It's going to be very, very close. These Marines and Marauders are in, though, doing so much damage to these warp gates. Oh my God, this is really not good news for Theory. You could see a GG any moment from him, as we do see a couple of Medivacs and Vikings going hunting for those Colossus, and they are getting a couple, it looks like. And this main is just absolutely going down from Theory. Theory in all sorts of trouble. I think he might have lost his Warp Prism as well, which is definitely not good news for him. Do you see the main looks to be going down in just a couple of moments here. He does have this 3rd, and look how quickly he's trying to get new gateways up. Templar Archives on the way, 2 gateways as well over here, and this is something Opticalrh has not seen. If you take a look at his vision, he does not know it's there. More reinforcements coming in from RH, though. Look at the supply, 199 to 100, and 2 to 1 on terms of supply for RH is not good news. 61 over 61 in terms of harvesters still, but honestly, working off of 1 base versus working off of 3 bases here for for Theory, or Opticalrh has 1 base, Theory has 1 base, Opticalrh has 3. It's just going to be really bad news. Charge lots down here in the 3rd, trying to defend this, cleaning up these Marauders, actually, so that's well done. Going to allow these probes down here to get a little bit more mining time, but the main is just totally, absolutely annihilated. Supply block now is 3. That's never good news. Really trying to desperately rebuild here at his 4th, I guess. It's now his main almost, as quickly as he can, Theory, but losing so many pylons, it's going to be really hard for him to warp in units. Do you see dropped? All of these units picked up in these Medivacs, and they are heading around to try and find the other base. He didn't bother hitting the 3rd, which I find curious, but hitting this now is Opticalrh, and these probes are actually way out of position. Oh, they're going to get absolutely decimated, and Theory doing a good job getting them away, but they have to get in here, and this sort of main almost now, the 4th of Theory going down so quickly, trying to get gateways up over here. Thought he had a little bit more time maybe. Opticalrh doing a good job finding this quickly, and he's just going to absolutely destroy it. This Nexus going down so fast. All these probes going down. Look at workers killed. It's a joke. 35 workers killed right now for Opticalrh, doing a really, really good job killing so many probes. This whole expansion is gone, and now we have Theory working off of 1 base. He really wants to try and win this. It is the quarterfinals once again of the Zeke Daily. He's done a lot to get this far, and he's just not giving up. Archon's in here. Do you see another Nexus going down? Couple of High Templars that do have energy as well for storms, and there's the GG from Theory, finally giving up. Didn't want to quite call it a day until he was sure there was no hope anymore, and saying, "You're solid, dude." Opticalrh putting on quite a performance here, and I mean, I was here live casting this 3rd one. It was about 2 weeks ago now, and it's worth mentioning Opticalrh would go on to win this in very, very professional fashion. No problems at all for him after this game, and he went on to win the Zeke Wednesdaily tournament. Really well done. It's actually the last time I've seen him in the daily tournaments, unfortunately. Really good player, though, Opticalrh. Definitely look for some more of his games from this channel. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Kuise for the Contraband Esports Network. I will see you guys next time.